A racist cuck? You can't be both, bro. You gotta choose which battle you wanna lose.
I don't think this love for me. I don't think you the one for me.
There's a few videos that I want to watch today, but the first one, I need to talk about this. I'm a little bit late to the party. I know, sue me. I do want to still watch it because I need to understand everything that happened here.
Know your position on this.
What is your problem?
Strongly enough, they have to swat.
I cannot deal with this anymore.
Can you imagine that?
Call your dad,
She's
bro.
actually defending the
Just
guy
tip
who
$1.
swatted her.
Call your
She's like,
dad.
well,
Amouranth.
you mean I
Call your dad.
catalyzed?
Amouranth.
You're saying I catalyzed?
Hello?
I
If you
catalyzed?
hate me, just kill me, please. It would be so much
Hello?
easier.
What the Yo, wait, hold up. What's even happening here? Why are we tweaking out like this?
I can't deal with this
Man,
anymore.
shut you are. You're crazy.
Deal with this.
Why are you moving so fast?
I catalyzed someone.
You're dangerous for
I catalyzed
society.
someone to
What is going on here?
lie.
I'm asking the same thing because is that text-to-speech chat just keep on going off?
What in the husband-wife drama did I walk into? Sometimes I
OD.
feel like I walked into the wrong room. For those of you that don't know, that red-headed woman who was in distress was Amouranth, who is a longtime streamer, you know, very successful, who's had an eventful career, who's gone from cosplaying space to the OnlyFans space to YouTube to Twitch, you know, pushing the envelope of TOS. She was one of the original gooners. Like, there's a reason why she came from the OS sphere into Twitch, and if you didn't think that that was going to translate, you're sadly mistaken. But even though she has a history and a past of, you know, partial nudity, TOS pushing, hot tub streaming, and all of those things, that does not mean that anybody could have predicted this future in which she would have a crazy history of events. Like, I don't know, having her house burglarized in recent.
This was the first thing that I was gonna bring up, bro. She got her house broken into and one of the assailants was pewed in the process of everything. So it is a little crazy that, you know, she's been through a lot. She has been through a lot, 100%.
Times. Yeah, I don't know how much of this we can show. This is crazy.
Go now, hurry up. Hurry. Go.
So I think like a month or two back, I did end up posting a reaction video to her getting her house broken into. It was crazy what ended up happening.
Keep going, hurry.
Wait, but why is their house such a mess though? This isn't the point of the video. However, this is crazy.
Not in the pool. Stop playing.
Oh,
Did she just not have like the world's dirtiest house? That was crazy as hell.
That's
The
what
reason
I'm
why she got out of
saying.
this situation is because of her husband. He opened some fire and he literally saved her life in that situation, a real life or death situation. Her husband had to step up, fire some shots, and get her up out of there.
Hello.
What's up, Amaranth's husband? Nice to meet you.
Hi. How's it going?
You're a real warrior. You're a good husband, man. You know, you were brave that night. Good.
You know, everyone says that, but really, I credit her with saving both of our lives because, look, put myself in her shoes. I don't know if I'd be clear thinking enough to stay calm and to, you know, formulate a plan and to basically lead them to where, you know, someone might have a firearm or who can help, right? Because, like, you know, a lot of people make a big thing about how, oh, well, you know, she doesn't have scars or whatever. It's like, you know, they were pistol whipping her. And so she called me when it happened, and we can go into the story in a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I was actually on the phone with her when they shot the door twice and then kicked it in.
Now, based off of his actions during that time, you would think that Amaranth's husband is a stand-up gentleman. I mean, even in a situation where it has been portrayed that he saved her life, he gave her a lot of the credit. Like, this seems to be one of the most stand-up people in the world. But in recent events, Amaranth's husband has been exposed by Amouranth herself as being basically a snake, backdooring, and literally we get to see behind the fourth, fifth.
backdooring. Do we know the actual definition of backdooring? He set her up? Is that what you're saying right now? Because if so, that's crazy. Listen, I'll never understand how people could be inside of a marriage, right? Even a relationship, and they will go ahead and get their significant other line, bro. Because at the end of the day, yes, do people get money? Do people have health or life insurance? And just this is one of the reasons that these things happen. 100%. That happens all the time, especially for life insurance. However, it's just a crazy thought process process that you would take those measures to unalive a person to try and get some bread off them. One of my last videos where we talked about the dirty cops, that was the case. Like, this woman offed a lot of her family, but you don't get that much out of it, bro. Unless they're an elderly person, you're not getting that much. So like, what's the point? Obviously Amouranth has a ton of money, so it would be a different situation for her. But bro, if you really love the person that you're with, you would never in your life even consider that as a thought. And I know that because I'm married and I love my wife. There's never been a moment where I've been like, yeah, I can't stand her, bro, I'm gonna line her. That's never been a single moment in my life. That's so weird to me.
Fifth and sixth walls in the conversation of big streamer finance and what that really means.
We have a kick contract, and we still do OnlyFans. She does, right? The amount of money we make with both, with the exception of the last 2 months, has always been less than what OnlyFans alone used to make in 22 and 23. 2022 and 2023 and 2021. Back then, OnlyFans often hit a monthly of $2 million.
Oh, God.
Currently, last month...
Wait, hold on, run it back, because I'm stuck on the thought process of he's saying that we have made this amount of money. Bro, your wife is the one who's making this money for real. Unless you're her manager, which I can't see that being the case in the way that he's speaking about it. Your wife is her own person. When you get married, yes, both of your finances typically come together. However, he's making it seem like he's the one who's on OF doing all, like, showing his body and doing all this stuff. That's not the case. So she's doing the brunt of the work while he's doing whatever in the background. But managing can't be that difficult. I don't think it can, at least.
We did over 2, but this month and every other month under the Kick contract, Kick plus OnlyFans, did about 1.2 to 1.3. Sometimes 1.5.
Jesus
kind of frequently
Christ.
1.5. But you get what I'm saying? So if you look at it, we made more money in 22 and 23 per month than we did any of the months in the last 2 years.
I have some questions, but
I'm so sorry. I need to run this back again because I'm still stuck on it. I need to comprehend it from the beginning to the end.
Back then, OnlyFans often hit a monthly of $2 million.
Jesus Christ, man. If I was making $2 million a month, dude, I would not be upset. I need to understand what's happening.
oh, God.
Currently, last month we did over 2, but this month and every other month under the Kick contract, Kick plus OnlyFans, did about 1.2 to 1.3. Sometimes
Okay, so you're making $800,000 less, but you made $2 million per month, bro. I don't think that anybody can get mad when you're bringing in $2 million a month, even $1.2 million a month. How is this a problem? How is this something that we're gonna sit here and actually talk about it like it's an issue?
1.5. Actually, kind of frequently 1.5. But you get what I'm saying? So if you look at it, we made more money in 22 and 23 per month than we did any of the months in the last 2 years.
I have some questions, but it's probably going to come off wrong because this is her husband. Is this her husband or is this her pimp?
Exactly. That's why I'm having such a difficult time understanding this, bro. You're making $1.5 million a month and you seem upset about it. Like, what? You're making $1.5 million a month off your wife? What are we even talking about right now? There's no way that you're gonna sit here and actually be upset about this. There's absolutely no way. I refuse to believe it.
I know I'm probably jumping to a lot of conclusions, but he said a lot of we. And I know when you are, together in holy matrimony, the finances are combined, but she's the one doing the dirty stuff. She's the one getting...
Exactly, bro. That's why he's saying we speaking French? Are we speaking French right now? This doesn't really make much sense to me.
Naked on camera. Nobody watches for you. And I know somebody might make the argument, oh, well, when it's the husband's money, it's our money. That's right. I don't know if it makes it 100% right. Like, he is literally the non-money maker in this conversation, talking about how much we make and she's doing all the work. I think in any other situation, we would say that that is wrong. Now, what even makes it stranger is that he's decided to take over her kick stream in some instances in order to bury her in allegations where she can't even defend herself. She said she went to bed. She was going to bed. And he decided, hey, I'm going to stay on your kick stream, say a bunch of things about you where you won't be able to defend or give any sort of context, in which he put a bunch of heavy allegations on her that may or may not be true, but it doesn't even matter because she's not on the stream to defend herself.
Like, I didn't want that recorded because I know when you record it, it's gonna go off the rails. You have
okay, hold up. I don't even know what he's talking about right now, but it doesn't matter if something's recorded or it's streamed. Bro, streams get clipped all day, every day. That's why people blow up, because a funny clip happens, somebody clips it, posts it to the internet, it takes off. I don't know what he's talking about right now, but anything that he says is not going to make it a difference. Streamed or recorded, you're going to see some shit.
And that to be the very last fight, because it's all fucking unraveling.
So they did a
Mind you, you
fight
can run
on
that back
stream.
and see her chat is like, yo, who are you? Why are you here? We want to hear from her. We don't care about you. And with that comes the most damning piece of evidence in the conversation. Amouranth has been accused by her husband on camera, who also just had issue with everything being filmed, that she had cheated multiple times on him. Now, if she does OnlyFans with a partner, I don't understand how that can be cheating, but they set the boundaries in their relationship. So who am I to really even judge in this conversation? Seemingly exposing a cuckold type of relationship in order to get her audience on her bad side. God, this is a low for this man.
Can we talk about you kissing black men while we're married?
That is not even true.
Were you-
Oh my God.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that one.
We can talk about that, sure.
Okay, let's talk about it.
You had me go on Tinder dates that I didn't want to go on, and then you started calling me while we were at the
And
karaoke
then
bar
you
a
asked
lot.
me if you could have an open relationship.
That is no.
Oh, you didn't?
You were wanting an open
No,
relationship.
did you ask that, okay, maybe I will sleep with Aaron? Did we say
No,
that?
that is
Never?
not.
You
No.
never asked
Fresh and
that?
fit?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay, we're gonna lie to your chat now, okay.
We're
Sure,
literally
sure.
not lying.
And you didn't give him a hand job in the
I
parking
did
lot?
not.
Oh, okay.
Correct, I did not
didn't
do
drive
that.
up on you guys together, you giving him a hand job in the parking lot
Dude,
in Chinatown.
These men can't even find that would make us money of such sexual acts that you are claiming right now. Yet you're saying I would do it off stream for no money?
Yes.
You're
Yes.
retarded.
Yo, okay, hold up, bruh, because hold the phone. First thing that I even want to point out here is, why does it make a difference if she was kissing a black man or if she was kissing a white man or a Hispanic man or an Asian man? What's the difference in the race? There's no reason that the race should count as its own technicality in your relationship. If so, you're racist. That's one. Two, you have your wife do OF. You have your wife do OF. You're basically selling her as a pimp, dog. You have no ground to stand on at all. Did she cheat? We don't know. She's saying that she didn't. He's saying specific things that happen in specific places. Do we really believe this? We'll have to wait and see, but this is insane. This is all happening on camera too. This is just not a good look.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Did y'all catch his Donald Sterling moment where he basically says, you're embarrassing me because you're associating with black people?
Yeah. Me and this dude, what's his YouTube name? Omizi? Bro, me and this guy have the same neural link, bro. We are on the same brain waves. I swear to God. Because it's like, why do these things matter more than the rest? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people. Well, then you could bring them in, you could do whatever you want. The little I ask you is not to promote it on that and not to bring them to my games.
Now, did I expect Amaranth's husband to be racist? Possibly. I don't know the guy. Did I expect him to be a cuck? Possibly. He's in control of the OnlyFans finances. But a racist cuck? A racist cuck?
You can't be both, bro. You gotta choose which battle you want to lose. You can't choose both, though.
Something like that coming. Like, I couldn't put two and two together like that. That's crazy. Now, what I'm about to show you next, we probably should have seen come up before, because back in 22, Amouranth was signaling that her husband was some sort of abusive person who was manipulative, who would say just the most outrageous things to her, and to the tune of like causing her or her loved ones, even her pets, physical harm.
Why did you say you were gonna kill my dogs?
Leave the house.
Okay, I can leave the. You know what? Actually, I shouldn't leave the house because my dogs are here.
We'll take the dogs and leave. You're asking the question, I'm telling you, and you're interrupting my fucking, telling you. Literally.
What are you saying? You just told me you were gonna kill dogs if I didn't do a 24-hour stream.
Nope, did not say that. Now you're just fucking being a liar.
I'm not just.
I said I'm going to tell you what I said in terms of the earlier.
Listen, I understand that relationships get into arguments. I really do, because me and my wife, we've gotten to shouting matches and everything like that, and that's normal. To say that you're gonna do that to the dogs is crazy. You're telling her to leave her house. As a man, you don't tell the woman to leave. You get up and you bring your ass somewhere else. This dude seems very manipulative, racist, low key, and he seems very just toxic, just a very toxic man to even be around. She needs to get up out of that relationship, that marriage, I should say. There's probably some reason that she's still there, and the reason definitely has to be money-wise.
Saying you did not say that.
I tried to tell you what I heard from you.
Now, I personally remember when that situation happened and everybody thought that she was playing it up for the cameras, that she was really just making up a bunch of stories and whatnot. But after I watched them have a 12+ hour argument, it seems that all those things in 2022 were true, that this guy was really crazy, he was really emotional, and he had no control. Like, I'm not saying that I just am siding with Amouranth because there's a lot of sides of the truth, but he's displayed some stuff on camera that, whew, it's disgusting.
When this fight started till now as today, you said you were unhappy long before I ever said, you know what, I could see it if you did want me. I could see that. You said you were unhappy before, so you're not trying to act like
I'm
me
unhappy
assuming
and
that
that
is
means
the
I have
reason.
you plotted to
No, it's me thinking about all the shitty things you say to me. Like the last time we argued, you said, I wish I hadn't saved
Look
you
no further
so you
than
wouldn't be
I actually
attached to
saved
me.
her life. But maybe I was actually plotting.
Yeah, so you're threatening to divorce the woman that you claimed to love so much that you...
Isn't this a Richard Mille? Or am I tweaking? Is this a different type of watch? This says a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
If I was plotting, I wouldn't divorce you because then I wouldn't get anything. That's fine.
Regardless.
I'm not okay with. I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well, then leave. I'm not going to follow you.
So you're literally just going to be super defiant, is that right?
Good. Talk about problems.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well, then leave. I'm not going to follow you.
So you're literally just going to be super defiant, is that right?
Bro, she needs to get up out of this relationship, dog. I'm telling you right now, she needs to get up out of this relationship. I just lost a subscriber on YouTube. Whoever that was, I just want you to know that's how I feel about you. Take that with you. It's definitely a shorts watcher. I'm not gonna lie.
Good. Talk about problems. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Leave. You can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera view to me.
Bro? What is wrong with you? You got...
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the police in the background, which they should have been there so long ago. I don't even understand why this is something that is public on the internet. There's a lot of conversations about this being faked, which I think in the era of 2025, it is good to ask if things are.
This is not fake, dog. As a man, I'm telling you, my wife has a platform. It might not be as big as Amouranth's. I'm telling you, this is not fake. No man, even if they're getting $1.5 million a month and they want to make it 2 or 3, no man is going to put themselves in that bad of a light. I promise you, this is an actual psychotic break that this man had. He did it on the internet. The whole thing's recorded. It was a 12-hour argument. This dude needs help. He just needs genuine help. Amouranth needs to get up out of that relationship. They both need help, bro. I swear to God, this is not fake.
Are fake. You know, one day we'll talk about if clip farming has gotten so out of control that people can't even take, you know, real situations like when Senna and them got accosted by the guy at the park. We can't even take those seriously as if they're serious matters.
Hey, excuse me? No. Security?
Yeah, this is the video that we went over.
Hey, stop! Whoa.
It's fucking fight right now.
What? Get away from
now.
Hey, what's going Security! On? He's harassing us.
What's going on? Right now.
Ah!
Right now.
Fuck off. Right now. Security, please. Security!
I think there's some validity to question, but also not space to invalidate in these conversations. I think that this is the reality, though, of content creation in the future, is that it's a money game. And people are going to be exploited left, right, and sideways going into the future. We've seen the claims and the allegations and, hell, even the reality of what's happening with some of the women attached to the Andrew Tate situation. Like, Jack Doherty's done some of the same things when it comes to women and OnlyFans and content creation.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time. Jack Doherty is an actual piece of garbage, bro. But what does this say? McKinley Richardson opens up about the relationship with ex-Jack Doherty and claims he forced her to make an only. We know that. I was so against it. It was against everything I was raised with. Yeah, we know that already. I mean, maybe that's why he said that she was a Christian girl, a holy girl. But realistically, if you give in and you go about it that way, then I don't know. I don't know her background. I don't know her story. I don't know anything. So I'm not going to judge her for having her OF, but
I don't want to say it, but I'm just going to say it. These e-pimps are out of pocket. Now, as long as it's entertaining, the masses will not care. Like, okay, Amouranth is getting abused by her husband, but as long as that 20-hour stream is on, then it is what it is. In reality, though, these platforms should step in and cut this shit off. Viewers should tap out of the content. We should not be consuming their marital disputes online. It's not public consumption. And Amaranth's husband, you look terrible in the light, dog. I don't know if you thought coming public would make everything all hunky-dory, but you look like a jack off.
You look dude, I've never, like, I don't pay attention to Amouranth just because I don't have a need to. I think that this video is almost done. Hold up. We'll hold off on what we have to say.
You know, start listening to some of these content creators, not in just these situations where there's physical harm, but even mental and emotional harm to these content creators. I know Max has talked about stressors recently when it comes to streaming. We just got to start caring about these streamers for more than just the content that they can provide. And also stop putting your eyes on train wrecks, not the content creator train wreck, but literal train wrecks that happen on camera. It's not good for your psyche, their psyche, and everything, you know, in between.
What I need to say is that I've never paid attention to Amouranth. I've never had a reason to pay attention to her. But after watching what I just watched, bro, there's no way in hell that this marriage should even continue after that. That is a public display of, I don't want to say it because I don't know what's going to get me clipped, but DA, that's a complete showcase of it. That's the best way that I could put it. It's a complete showcase, and those two should not be together. She needs help. He needs psychiatric help, and that's the most that I could say about it. That was actually terrible. That was really, really bad. So if you guys did enjoy this reaction video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, as it does help grow my channel. It doesn't cost you a singular dollar, and if you want to catch in any of the streams, you could just follow me on all those. So I hope that you enjoyed, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Take care.
I don't think this love for me. I don't think you the one for me. I don't think you see me when you fucking up all in your dreams. I don't think you got trust for me. Just ain't what